Welcome back to another unboxing swatch. Today we'll be doing something a little special. These are the Mungyo Ochre oil pastels. These are actually water-soluble oil pastels. So I'm very excited to see how these work. They are AP certified non-toxic. They are not for children under 3 apparently, or you'll be sad. And there are 24 colors inside. Alright, so let's see what comes inside the box. It looks like inside the lid you have the color names and numbers, which is always very helpful to have. There's some protective foam, and then finally you get your pastels. Now these pastels are already coming a bit to like a sharpened cone point, which is nice. That can be very helpful for laying down layers if you wanted to do a more broader stroke. And they actually look fairly thick. You know, these are pretty nice sized pastels. So what we're going to do is get some watercolor paper out. I'm going to lay down some of the color. We'll look at them all dry on the paper, and then we'll put the water over them and see how they activate with water. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so unlike other unbox and swatch videos that I've done, I'm just going to apply a pretty even layer of color and then pull it out with the water. Usually when I'm using a traditional watercolor pencil, I'll put down firm pressure and then sort of lighten up to about 50% pressure just to kind of see a gradient. But I don't want to put too much pressure down with these pastels. They should be pretty smooth as they are oil pastels. Okay, so we've laid down all of our pastels, and I will say I've learned a little bit from doing this. When I first went in with the white, generally the white is the joke of the set. You can barely see anything. But I applied way too much pressure. You do not have to add a lot of pressure to get the color to release with these. So I lightened up quite a bit moving forward so that I wouldn't get this pastel impasto technique, if you want to call it. But we'll still leave it like that just to see how it reacts to the water, just how water soluble the entire thing is, and see if it comes down a little. But now we're going to add some water and see how it looks. Before we get started, I wanted to mention I'll be using the Mimic Kolinsky round size 8, and we're also using Fabriano Artistico 140 pound cold press natural white. These are the same brush and paper I use in almost all of our unbox and swatch videos, so we have some consistency between them, so you can tell at home a little bit easier how it'll behave. So we'll get started right now, starting with this white. Alright, so I obviously have taken a much bigger piece than necessary, so I'm just going to discard this because that's a lot of pastel. Alright, so there you have all the colors laid out. Really, really rich black, really, really bright white, nice colors in between. I will say that if I could go back and do this again, I would probably have gone with a stiffer haired brush. I feel like because this mimic Kolinsky is trying to mimic a Kolinsky sable hair, which is a very soft hair, getting into the oil pastel was a little bit tougher. So I feel like if I was using a stiffer haired brush, it might have released the color a little bit easier. But nonetheless, you can see that I was able to make it work, and the colors are bright and vibrant. So if this video was helpful, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel to see future unboxing swatches, and ring the bell to be notified when we post them. Thanks so much for watching.